Joining us now is OjyOkpe with stories trending around the world. Hello, Oji.
Good morning, Dr. Abati. How are you this morning?
Good morning.
Morning, Doc. Good morning, Ayo. How are you this morning?
I'm doing great. Good morning, Oji.
Doctor has been lecturing us. Great lecture. Good morning, Rufy on fire. I decided to match your yellow today. How are you this morning?
We're trying.
Perfect. Perfect.
Doctor has been lecturing us on the matters that involve Tapolingo.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Rufai.
You trust Rufai, guys? Well, all right. Good morning to you viewers. Let's begin what's trending with a viral video of Edo State Governor Monday Okpebholo, who during his presentation of the 2025 budget to the State's House of Assembly on Tuesday struggled with his delivery of the budget's numerical value, eliciting a wave of reactions. Let's take a look.
The Edo State 2025 Appropriation Bill of 605 billion 76 million. Let me take it again. 506 billion 605 billion. Sorry, 776 billion. Sorry. It's confusing me. Okay. Since
order the house, please. Mr. Speaker must be held in silence, please.
605 billion and details of the budget proposal for your consideration and approval. Thank you for your kind consideration.
All right, this is the #1 trending video in Nigeria at this moment. I mean, we were getting reactions on social media. Some people were saying, was he doctored? Some people said, this is the wrong video. It's not true. It's not doctored. But you know what? The Edo State chairman of the All Progressives Congress, Jarret Tenebe, tried to rationalize the inability of the state governor to accurately read out the budget figures he presented to the Edo State House of Assembly. Well, here's what he had to say.
Social media has been agog with the governor, our governor, budget presentation about a mistake on 650 billion and the rest of it. It's a normal thing. Zuma made such mistakes, and a lot of people make such mistakes. I don't know figures. You see, that is how to know original and innocent people. Monday is not a thief, so he's not familiar with figures. So anybody who wants to talk and continue to talk is nonsense. He's the governor of the state, and he's the governor of the state. He's performing, and he'll continue to perform. And anybody who does not like his face should go to hell and burn to ashes. Period. And thank you.
Are you agreeing?
Anybody
Are you agreeing?
that does not like my
what?
governor,
Really?
Monday Okpebholo's
Really?
face
Well,
should go to hell.
Okay. Well, he's saying that the governor is not a thief. That's why that's why he was not able to. Let me just take a reaction from Anthony. Anthony wrote, after watching Jarret Tenebe, the acting chairman of the APC, attempt to justify incompetence with a nonsensical narrative, I couldn't help but shake my head in disbelief. How can someone in his position offer such an absurd defense for failures that are glaring to everyone? His attempt to mask incompetence with empty rhetoric is nothing short of insulting. I found myself asking once again, when and how did we get here? The people of Edo deserve better than this. We deserve leaders who are not just capable, but also accountable. It's a shame to see how low the bar has been set. It's moments like this that truly make you reflect on the state of our politics. We're led by people who think they can fool the public with empty words, all while the real issues go unaddressed. This is not the leadership Edo State deserves, and it's time for change, and we are counting on the judiciary to do the needful. I mean, there's been so much confusion online. I mean, even Reno Mockery pulled up, a video where, I don't know, the governor appeared to have Serious propaganda. We have played the video here. It was not doctored. Here is Reno Mockery with that video saying that the original video of Edo State governor before it was doctored. Absolutely.
Yeah,
I'll just take one more reaction. This person said, the Edo State governor has difficulties reading numbers. They should have written the amount in words for him. His handlers have done him a huge disservice. This does not in any way determine how well he will govern the state. Rufy, on fire.
Me? Okay.
Yes.
You know me, I'm an interested party.
Yes, sir.
It was me that asked for interview. In case you know, it was me that asked for interview that they said I should go and bring $1 million. So.
Right.
And I'm not surprised that Jarret Tenebe will say that it's because it doesn't steal money. This was the same Jarret Tenebe that said Edo people, they are not washing our rice because they don't have money to subscribe for their DS TV. So I'm not surprised. But it speaks volumes. When we asked for debates, people thought it was a joke.
Yeah.
And people started supporting them. For me, it was not about any support for any political party. It was about interrogating who the person is. See, there are many things that is tied to a leader. Apart from political adulation and all of that, the person, the self. Why do we still talk about the likes of the Mobafemi Awolowo? Because they were leaders. They had embodiments. You can't make mistakes like this. Even the former governor of the state, an investment bank, cannot make mistakes like this. Even the opposition, Aswe Godalo, cannot make mistakes like this. But when we treat leaders or the leadership recruitment system, when it's flawed, and you see things like this, and you're wondering what is going on in the country. What is going on in the country? But for all the people that support these politicians, I ask them, can you make this politician your daughter's school teacher?
As long as he's not a thief.
So if you cannot, I let this person to teach your daughter in school.
No problem.
Then you want them to hold a position. Right. And those people that were trying to push propaganda, the video they were trying to parade that he read it well in some places is different from that particular number I stuttered on.
Exactly.
And that's why we are saying debates, please come. I want to also now reiterate my offer. Dear Governor of Edo State, nothing, no animals. We want you to succeed. Yeah. Come to this platform for interview.
All right.
Let's talk. Let's talk about your plans and policies.
I know you want to say that. But I want to pull up the picture of the day, and it is the T-shirt that Edo people are selling right now. Can we pull up that T-shirt really quickly?
Christmas T-shirt.
Christmas T-shirt. It says, made in Edo, it's confusing me. Dr. Abate Ayo, quickly, before Dr. Abate.
Should I go first so that you can wrap up the...
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So, I mean, to be honest, I think Mr. Tenebe did a worse job or made the situation worse by coming out to give that statement. In fact, the other one where they were trying to tell people that that was a wrong video was even at an attempt to spin. But him coming out to say that it's because he cannot read figures like that because he doesn't steal. Yeah. Does it mean that... So I wanted to make an attempt to read the figures, but so I don't say I'm stealing. Let me not read the figures. Because, I mean, in business meetings, if you've been in boardrooms or you handled such sums of money, it shouldn't be a big deal for you. On the other hand, a more intelligent argument for him might have been that everybody makes mistakes. People can make you're not born an orator. Some people are not great public speakers. And so if you get in front of an audience, if you're presenting such an important document to the people of Edo State, you might have gotten a bit nervous because of the passion you wanted to exude and you missed the numbers. Simple way of correcting situations, not making people feel as if we are stupid or taking the people that are listening to you for fools. In fact, Rolake Akinkungbefilani, when we're having the conversation, gave a very good reason why this could have happened. He might be dyslexic. Yeah. He might have reading challenges, and there's nothing wrong with it. With that. President Zuma of South Africa made a lot of blunders when he was speaking. In fact, we all know in the beginning, we all joked about it. So there's nothing, we're not expecting perfection. But what we're asking is that let the people know the truth. If the man made a mistake, he's not infallible. He's human. But the other part of it is, again, competence. And the fact that we had said it, because during the campaign season, it was a matter that was raised a number of times that he cannot read the document. And so this almost seemed like a proof of that. But just to say that there are better ways of managing situations like this rather than coming to insult the intelligence of people who are watching.
Well, I sympathize with the people of Edo State. The state that produced Professor Ambrose Ali, the state that produced my former teacher, Professor Osareme Osumbo, has now produced an individual who cannot even pronounce 650 million, or is it a billion? Billion, 650 billion, finding it very difficult. I don't understand this argument about his being dyslexic and all of that.
It could be dyslexic. I'm sure.
Well, that has to be medically proven. I think that what we are suspecting here is a question of what Edo people ordered and what they were given. You know, they do this thing on social media. Yeah. What I ordered, what I got. This is a state that has Yahaya Bello, who has been chairman of a bank, who knows about numbers, who knows about law, you know, who will have pronounced very well. Yeah. Now, democracy throws up its own tricks. This is what Edo State people, this is what they say they have ordered. Let them live with it for the next 4 years. That's number one. Number two, the gentleman called Tenebe, Jarret Tenebe, I hope he realizes that what he has done is just to put himself in the line of defamation. Because he was saying that Obaseki is because he stole money. If he were the one, he would have been able to pronounce the figure as a thief. Now, he will have to provide that proof if Godwin Obaseki decides to go after him. He also went further to say, well, maybe Yahaya Bello, who is a thief, would have been able to pronounce the figure because he's also used to billions. Yahaya Bello is a lawyer, and he's an educated man. He may well decide to ask the APC chairman of Edo State to come and prove it that he has stolen money. That's why he will be able to pronounce billions. And to show him where he had pronounced billions before. Right. The third point is that, look, this is the point we make about leadership recruitment. One of the biggest problems with Nigerian democracy is leadership recruitment. Why is it that it's people who have godfathers, people who have money, people who have subservient, you know, Division 3 personalities are the ones who get to important positions. We will sit here one day in this country, a tout will be appointed a minister of the Federal Republic. And all of us, which tout? Don't identify. No, please.
We've had tout.
No, please don't mention names. Don't mention names.
That said they were in motor parks before
as ministers.
But don't mention names.
They're already there now.
Leadership
with motor park origin.
Leadership
ministers in this country.
Leadership recruitment process. It is not for nothing that in a place like the UK, they will say, oh, this person went to Oxford, this person went to... They will study you carefully. Okay. But yeah, we just throw up all kinds of characters.
All right.
Finally, what's his name? Okpebholo. The drama around him was enacted during the presentation of the Appropriation Bill for 2025 in Edo State. I think the bigger challenge is for the people of Edo State to take a look at that budget, which is 3 times the last budget that was presented by Obaseki, and to make sure that that is a budget that will serve the interest of the people. If the governor himself cannot even pronounce the numbers, what is he going to manage?
Let me bring some balance, Dr. Abati. Let me bring some balance here. Okay. At the end of the day, in the end, the governor presented the budget with ease. He titled the Appropriation Bill the Budget of Renewed Hope for a Rising Edo. Well, during his presentation, he noted that the proposed budget, estimated at 605 billion naira, reflects a 25% increase from the 2024 budget. Let's take a look.
Mr. Speaker, the proposed budget size for 2025 fiscal year is 605 billion. This is 25% increase from the 2024 budget. 35% of this sum, amounting to 223 billion, will be deducted for recurrent expenditure, which the remaining 381 billion, which represents 65%, will go into capital projects. Road infrastructure. It is our plan to make a huge difference in the road sector. Therefore, we have appropriated 162 billion for road development across the state. We are aware of the importance of connecting communities with motorable roads for a rapid economic growth.
Well, Ayo here, he was able to read out those numbers, so it may not be dyslexia after all.
No, but the whole numbers he read out.
Well, that I guess he even. Some people said he dropped the 0.7 in the 605, but we don't. I mean, he was able to read out some numbers. But some of his supporters have hailed him as well. They really have. Last week, the governor embarked on the inspection of public schools and expressed his displeasure at the dilapidated structures, poor sanitary and learning conditions at the schools. The governor was accompanied on the tour by the chairman of the State University Basic Education Board and other top government officials. His supporters during the tour hailed him as the best performing governor. Let's take a look.
The performing governor! Oga wey no dey fail, Mr. Project. Oga Tokonadu Oga. My Oga no dey fail. Oga wey no dey tire for work.
The working governor. The working governor. No matter. No matter. Edo is happy. Edo is happy. Edo is happy. Edo is happy. No matter. This one a new era. See, and Ashomole and I built this school. 2016. Now Ashomole finished this school. Obaseki come here, he give here to Edo Best. But today, the governor is here. He wants to take it for your Ashomole stuff. He wants to take it for your Ashomole stuff. The executive governor of Edo State. Edo 001.
Performing governor. Performing governor.
My Okpebholo.
As half Edo State, this is the problem with governorship, governance and leadership in Nigeria. Sycophancy.
Right.
Sycophants, he got inaugurated on the 12th of November of this year. Tomorrow will make it 1 month.
Yes.
In less than 1 month, they've adjudged him best performing. What has he performed?
Correct.
What has he done?
Inspecting schools and sites and roads.
So
he's been going around doing that.
But I also blame the people who go out to elect because our standards are so low. What has he done in less than a month that he's been adjudged best performing governor?
All right, let's look at him.
You think if that one, let's say my performing governor, my Okpebholo, you think if he had a very good job, he will be doing all of that?
That's another thing that we have to look at. Well, Edo State, well, they say Edo no they carry last. Let's see what's going to happen in the near future for the people of Edo State.
You said it was Ogun State.
Ogun State.
That doesn't carry last. Now it's Edo State. No,
Nigeria,
stay with Ogun State.
Nigeria, no, they carry last.
No, stay with
No, before Ogun State, said Lagos. So
I said Lagos. Okay, can I just say Nigeria, no, they carry last at the end of the day. Well, in another development, this time in Akwa Ibom State, an aide to Senate President Godswill Akpabio, in a video now making rounds on social media, congratulated the state's governor, Pastor Umo Eno, on the demise of his wife. Let's take a look.
I won't say anything, but for me, the last thing to say, let me first of all congratulate His Excellency, the governor of the state, over the demise of his dear, lovely wife. I want to wish all of us a very happy stay today. May God bless you. Thank you.
Well, when I said Division 3 people are the ones who get into government, this is a perfect exemplification, illustration of my point about the leadership procurement, leadership recruitment process in Nigeria. Okay, a man has lost his darling wife, and at the funeral you go there and you say you congratulate him. What kind of characters are these? These are the kind of leaders you have. One day, this same character will be promoted by Peter's principle, beyond the level of his competence. And he will go to an international community and embarrass Nigeria by just talking from the wrong side of his brain. The thing speaks for itself. It speaks for itself.
I'm sorry, I can't.
Who goes to a funeral to congratulate the family?
He should apologize. This man.
Let's rethink English as our first language.
His name, by the way, is Uduakudo.
I think that's one of the big, it's a big challenge. Let's rethink. English is not our first language. Let's rethink. I think it's a problem.
Wait, with you respect.
Maybe what he wanted to say was congratulate him on the success of being able to bury his wife and give her a fitting, send forth.
No, he said demise.
I'm trying.
Why are you editing him?
I'm trying.
We had him now.
I'm trying to help him.
That's how I know. Everything is called. Politicians in their dictionary. I congratulate you, remember? I congratulate you. Maybe he has. They've not taught him commiserate. He's not there yet. I congratulate you. I congratulate you. When he got there, because they don't taught him commiserate, just say, I congratulate you on the demise of your wife.
Come on.
No commiserate. Not commiserate.
No, don't worry. Very soon he will come and say this is AI generated.
Yes, okay.
And that it was quoted out of context. Just be prepared.
Okay, yes, no problem.
They will say this is AI.
He can even sue for defamation.
What a country.
What a country.
He can even sue for defamation.
All right, let me take a deep breath. We'll take another story. The immediate past governor of Kogi State, Yahaya Bello, will be spending Christmas in prison. On Tuesday, his bail application was denied by Justice Miriam Anehi. The judge held that his application filed on November 22nd, 2024 was incompetent as it predated his arrest by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission on November 26th and his arraignment on November 27th. EFCC, in a post on X, said Bello, alongside Umar Shuaibu Oricha and Abdusalami Hudu, are being prosecuted by the agency on a 16-count charge of criminal breach of trust and money laundering to the tune of 110.4 billion naira. The former governor is currently being held at the Kuje Correctional Center. The court scheduled the next hearing for January 29, 2025. Well, in the same vein, human rights advocate Dele Farotimi was denied bail by the magistrate court in Ado Ekiti in a suit filed by the Inspector General of Police, Aide over alleged cybercrime. Farotimi arrived at the courts in high spirits, surrounded by well-wishers. The court made the decision barely 24 hours after the Federal High Court in Ado Ekiti granted him a 50 million naira bail. The presiding magistrate postponed the bail application hearing to December 20th. Well, in a new twist of events, the managing partner of Afe Babalola and Co., Kehinde Ogunwojimu, is suing Dele Farotimi for 500 million naira in damages over alleged false and defamatory statements in his book, Nigeria and its Criminal Justice System. In the suit filed on December 6th, the senior advocate of Nigeria asked the court to stop the publication and sale of the book at all physical and online bookstores. The SAN also asked the court for an order for the seizure of the copies of the book wherever they may be found, adding that Farotimi should also apologize in 2 national newspapers. Dr. Pate, I'm coming to you because I don't know how this will be carried out. I mean, this lawsuit asking for the books to be withdrawn and be seized. How is that going to happen?
Well, the Federal High Court in Abuja, we're told, has granted an order of interlocutory injunction for the books to be withdrawn from circulation, including Amazon. The point that was raised by Fred Nziako is moot, when he was saying that, well, how would the Nigerian jurisdiction enforce this with regard to Amazon? The case in Abuja is about, it's a civil defamation case put up by Ogunwumiju SAN, Kehinde Ogunwumiju SAN, who is a senior counsel in Afe Babalola and Co. Now, to people who are talking about jurisdiction, now you have a case in Abuja. Now, in Ibadan, you have Adenipekun SAN, who has also filed another case. In this regard, that's also a civil defamation suit. He is also going to the Federal High Court in Ibadan. So, for jurisdiction, you see how people are farmed out. And then in Ekiti, you have 2 cases. one in the Federal High Court dealing with cybercrime, offense, and then in the Magistrate Court dealing with criminal defamation. So this matter is before the court. We have not seen the end of it. Now, who knows? The other people that will come sideways. And in Ibadan, he's been given 30 days to show up. So the courts have all these issues, all these dimensions coming up. That is that. That is that about that. Yeah. And then, of course, you have the other one about Yahaya Bello, former governor. And the former governor, the issue here is about procedure. And I think the comment by the presiding judge is over the lawyers.
All right.
The case was brought to court on November 27, his arraignment. And then they had filed for bail since November 22. Yeah. Well, now, in law, time is very important. And that's what the judge did simply. You can't file for a case that has not been put before the court, before arraignment. You can't apply for bail out of time.
Right. Well,
so every sophomore student of law knows that.
Well, all right. Well, he's going to spend time in prison now, and he's going to spend Christmas.
They will now come and do the proper thing. This is how lawyers misbehave, and they are told that they are incompetent by courts.
Well, all right. Well, before we end what's trending today, let us highlight Bolu Ogunyemi, a doctor of medicine, who has been elected as the first Black president of the Canadian Medical Association in our Good News Report. Dr. Bolu Ogunyemi is a Nigerian-born associate professor of clinical medicine at the Memorial University of Newfoundland in Canada. He holds an extensive academic background, including a fellowship in health sciences improvement from the University of Alberta, a certificate in diversity and inclusion from Cornell University, and a graduate certificate in medical teaching from the Memorial University of Newfoundland. The renowned physician has had an illustrious career and has been decorated with numerous honors, including the 2023 Faculty of Science Alumni Award of Achievement from Western University and the Canadian Medical Association Award for Young Leaders in 2022. Dr. Ogunyemi won the election in a vote that took place from November 20th to December 4th, 2024, to become the first Black president of the Canadian Medical Association in 158 years of the association. While speaking after the election, Dr. Ogunyemi promised to use his position to advocate for a robust healthcare system in the country. I mean, this is such the diamonds that we all have to applaud, really.
My name is Bolu Ogunyemi. I'm a medical dermatologist, proud MyMed grad, practicing right here in my hometown of St. John's. Among those in the medical profession, it's easy to make the case that medical students and residents have the most at stake when it comes to the future of healthcare delivery and practice. Today's problems arise from yesterday's decision.
Fantastic, congratulations. His election will be confirmed at the Association Annual General Meeting in May 2025. We know that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has congratulated him and has assured him of the government's support, and has also urged that, there should be some collaboration between him and all the doctors in Nigeria. Huge, huge congratulations. Another diamond, a Nigerian diamond, really. Well, all right. Well, that's all I have for you guys on What's Trending today. I'll see you all tomorrow.